بعد انتظارنا حمدا لك يا ربنا عيد سعيد. Let's enjoy.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Cunupia.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Ronix Premium Quality.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. Of course, I'm Inshan Ishmael, your host, and it's a Wednesday evening here. It's a pleasure being in your company. It's here to 8 p.m. on the dot. And for those of you who are just joining us, remember this program is seen throughout Trinidad and Tobago as well, and throughout the countries in the Caribbean as well. Let me just remind you that there are several ways you can get in touch with us. We hope that tonight our phone lines are functioning the way it should. All right. So when we open up our phone lines later on, you can call 663-8373 or 645-4426. Those are the two numbers that you can call to get on to the studio here. For those of you who would like to contact me on WhatsApp for whatever reason, you can contact me at 684-4762. That's my number there. And of course, you can reach out to me with whatever issues you have, of course, within reason. Just to let you know that this program is brought to you by several sponsors, and for those of you who would like to be part of the Breaking Barriers team, as I said before, this program has been going on. This is 16 years now. As far as I know, it's the longest running talk show in Trinidad and Tobago by a single host. No one has ever been able to beat that out. So therefore, that is historic, which is interesting. But I don't intend to be in a wheelchair hosting this program as well. Maybe it is, I may be here for the next year or two, only God knows, and then we'll take it from there. Of course, let me just welcome our first sponsor. Our first sponsor is Tile Expression. And remember, at Tile Expression, you don't only get quality tiles, you don't only get quality tin set, you get quality service as well. ample parking, huge warehouse with some of the best tiles coming from the countries that produce some of the best tiles worldwide, for example, Spain, Italy, etc., etc. All right, so let's start the ball rolling, guys. Let's see what we have first. Okay, let me just hail out. You see this young man here? This young man name is Suleiman Ali, right? Family to the Juman's Roti Shop people whom I met at Baraka Grounds, and this photo was taken at Baraka Grounds, and I took this photo because Suleiman looked at me and he say, you know, I just watch your program every Wednesday, and I wouldn't tell you what question Suleiman asked me, right? But Suleiman asked me a particular question, and of course I gave him an answer. Okay, I'll tell you what the question is. He asked me, what is a yayan? And I had to explain in lengthy terms what a yayan is. So I told him, you don't go around calling people yayan, by the way. That is reserved for me alone. And I took out the first photo, and my friend said, he said, what? He said, I don't like how that one look. Man pose up on it and make me take a second shot. All right, so to Suleiman and his family, assalamu alaikum. And to the Juman, the extended Juman's family, assalamu alaikum to all those of you. And of course, let me just say one time that I have many favorite rotis because every time I say something, I get both. So here what happening. My top 3 rotis, right? Juman roti, Amin's roti, and of course, Shamin in Grand Bazaar, right? Shamin's place in Grand Bazaar. You know the name, slipped my mind there, boy. Right, so anyways, the curry shop in Valsine, you can check out in, not in Valsine, in Grand Bazaar, you can check it out, and everything is halal there. All right, so let's rock and roll, guys. Let's go. Look who by Sarah. And of course, our young friend is 1-year-old Sarah Khan, right? 1 year old, she's turning 1 year old, and her Akika would be this Saturday. And let me zoom in a little bit and get a little nice, you know, there we go. Ooh, there she is standing. And I would like to thank Asim for the background and thing there. So all the best to young Sarah who would be celebrating her first birthday, and also a big fan at age 1 of Breaking Barriers. Thank you so much, guys. Let's move along. Also, I want to hail out these people and them. You see this family next? They are one of the hardest working families I have ever met in my life. And besides having the best chana and cheese, the best chicken and hops, the best chow mein and hops, the best pepper sauce, I have known them for years now. And the husband and the wife and the children, phenomenal people, and the aunt is there as well. So let me just hail out the Juman's family as well as on the road as well. Let me hail out the chicken man himself. You know, I don't know, when I meet tonight, you know, I gotta take my gig home. Right? Let me hail out my good friends at Print Art as well and other places. Let me stop right here before I continue. But there's a new program on IBN. It's an Islamic program, and it's live with Sheikh Ilyas Nassif from Saudi Arabia, and it's coming to you live from Saudi Arabia only on IBN Sunday at 9 p.m. Right? Correct, Asim? 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. It's coming to you live from Saudi. So tune in on Sunday, 9 a.m. And this is for anyone who want to watch this program. It's from 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. It's live only on IBN. Let's go again. This gentleman, anyone who could identify this gentleman, please. I need name, address, telephone number. Anyone who could identify this gentleman. Can you zoom in, guys? Right. Let's get a nice shot. Anybody know the whereabouts of this gentleman? Not the whereabouts. I need to get some information on this gentleman, please. Right? I never say it was bad information. I just said that I would like to get information on this gentleman, please. So for anybody who knows that gentleman, you could WhatsApp me at 684-4762. That's 684-4762. Let's go again, guys. You know, today coming in bamboo, and I show this man, look at, now, the reason Bobby's Auto Supply put those cones there, you see that orange cone in front? Is so that people don't park stupid. Because Bobby's have people outside there who try to assist people with parking. And then you have those who don't care and will just pull up their vehicle and don't care who they block. Like my friend here with PCU, zoom in there with that number plate so people will see the number, right? Your partner pull up, they have somebody inside buying a part, PCU 6978. And what happens is that he sent down his glass because he saw I took a photo of his vehicle. So here what happened. I didn't only take a photo of the vehicle, I took a photo of the gentleman in the vehicle too, right? So Papi decide that he going to park there and block traffic. All come now man, all get all a license in cornflakes box, right? All get a license from a legal entity. Use common sense while on parking because in an emergency, somebody may not be able to come out because of all your dotishness. All right? Good. Let's go again, guys. This is in Santa Cruz. And here what happening here, a truck almost bust their windscreen. All you're probably wondering why, right? Guys, zoom in to the middle top of the picture, please. Zoom in. Right. Zoom in again. Zoom in again. There it is. There it is. And you know it is sad because all over Trinidad and Tobago, it continues. There's no way that I go now that you're not seeing this. Let's go again. Right now, what I want to do, and guys, you can get the gentleman on the phone, right? The Scrap Iron Dealers Association is calling on the Ministry of Trade to shut down the copper export industry. Speaking during a press conference, Alan Ferguson, right, has said that this is the only way to stop the theft of copper wires and fixtures. He said, you hold off from exporting it.
Hello.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Right. You are the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, sir.
Right. I saw today in an article where it stated that you are actually pleading with the government to stop the export of copper. And I would just like to commend you because I have been asking myself, why these idiots, why these morons, why these yayans don't stop the export of copper, thereby choking whatever is going on right now. Tell me something. How many legitimate copper exporters do we have in Trinidad?
We probably have about 10 to 9 for the most. You don't have more than that.
Right. And what is the process? Because people are probably wondering, when a man thief this big cable, what is the process to extract the copper?
Yeah. All right. What happens first, you need to go to the court to get a scrapyard license. And then to do the export like copper, aluminum, brass, and all these other things, you need to go to the Ministry of Trade to able to get a license to export these, the copper out of Trinidad. Now, to do that, they take you down a process that you have to go through a lot of rigorous tests to able to do that copper thing.
Right.
So because of that, it will only probably have, as I say, about 10
right.
big companies will able to export that out of Trinidad.
Right, but what I was asking is that these fellas steal the cable. How do they get the copper out of the cable? What is the process to extract, to take out the copper from the cable? How do they remove the copper from the cable, from that big thick rubber cable?
Well, they don't have, in Trinidad, they don't have no machine. Really, they just have a machine to move the rubber from it. But in Trinidad, they don't do that because fellas who doing that, really not fellas like scrapyard dealers. I mean, fellas coming up the road and going and thieving that. So what they do, they just go and burn it. And when they burn it, then they will get off the rubber. But it's a process that they will burn the copper, burn the cable wire what they're taking out, and the rubber just come out. And that's how they get the copper.
How many scrap iron dealers do we have in Trinidad and Tobago right now?
Oh, about 136.
And tell me something. Is there anybody checking or verifying that what goes into those containers is not copper as well? I mean, could somebody throw in copper and people don't know that it's copper they throw in?
No, you cannot mix steel with the copper. The copper could go with probably a little bit of brass and thing, but it cannot go with steel because the company overseas that deal with steel does not deal with copper and these things. So you find it does not have that kind of mixture. When you sell in steel, you could sell copper. And that is why it is very easy to attack for the police to intersect the copper, because the copper have to go with a special, as I say, a special license. They will know, because they have to get the documents from the Ministry of Trade and the documents from Custom that they come in with copper to the port. So it's very easy. And as I tell you, it's not everybody exporting copper, Ishmael. Let me explain to you. Copper is a thing that if you're going to fill a container of copper, it will cost you millions of dollars, because copper is the most expensive thing, expensive recycling material that they have right now all worldwide.
Right.
And because of that, the highest price since I in this business more than 25 years, and copper price never reached this height where it reached now.
So you just shocked me with a statement there. I didn't realize that you had to put steel with steel, copper with copper, and you could mix a little brass and thing. So therefore, what is stopping them from identifying containers that are being exported? Because if these containers are being exported, I mean, I do shipping, so I know it must be in the description when you fill your BL information and all that, and your invoice and all your export documents. You must state what you have inside there. You cannot just put scrap metal. You have to list the type of ore, the type of mineral that you're exporting. Correct?
Yes, you must have that in the document. And that is why I tell you, how the custom documents work is very likely you could put any other thing more than copper into the container of copper, because most of the companies purchasing overseas copper, you hardly will find them taking other material in that copper container. They're really hardly doing that. Anytime you find is a mixture, they could watch out that have problems in it. But let me go on to tell you something. What I'm going to say here now, and I said in a news conference recently, I am telling you here today, it's such an easy way to stop this people who keep in all this copper wire and continue to damage our industry. I can tell you what they could do. Number one, we had recommended that because of the just a few amount of yards do copper, they could have a custom officer watching when they're packing copper material in the container. They could have a custom officer watching it, because this is a part of the act where it governs our industry, that a custom officer could come and watch what we pack in. And if they want to, if the custom officer don't want to come, it must have a camera monitoring what we packing in it. All of these are things that we recommended that they could do to be able to safeguard this industry from people who want to be lawless in doing things. We have recommended all of these things, and these are things that is law too, you know. All these things can happen. Let me go back so far now. Let me tell you the next one too. Anybody buy any material from guns coming in or anybody else, the material must stay on the ground 14 days before you put it in a container. It cannot move from on the ground unless it passes 14 days. So even self, you go and you watch, go to the yard, because the police don't need a warrant to enter into no scrapyard. They could enter in a scrapyard anytime they please and go and check the books. And when they watch the material that they buy, they could know that what they put in container is not what time tell them that what they could do based on if they buy material today, it cannot go in a container tomorrow. All these things are things that we recommended for them. All these things are things we do.
All right.
So today, when they say, if we don't want to stop the export of copper, let me explain something, because it have a policy that they want to bring in. Let me tell you something. Since 2012, when Mr. Barrett was the
Minister of Trade.
The Minister of Trade, we had asked him to please, this act that governs the scrapyard industry is from since 1901. And we asked him to please work with us, with all the stakeholders. And we had sit down in 2011 to 2012. We had worked with them till 2013 with stakeholders from the police, the army, custom, AMA, all the necessary stakeholders. We had worked with them to make this industry better. That today it will not have all this problem that is happening. Today, all we could hear is still working on the policy to govern the scrap industry. A van man will not be able to just walk up the street with a van and just want to pick up people thing or thief people thing and come into our yards with it. You would have to have a license also as a van man. And when you're going to get a license, you will have to have a whole grocery list to be able to get a license. Because we know that all these things will affect this industry. And today, I am telling Trinidad and Tobago, if we do not put a stop to it, if you watch what's going on in other countries outside, they don't care. They will dig up 6 feet on the underneath to get cable, to get whatever it is. And I say, if they don't stop this now, they will go at T&Tech. And you see all them transformers that have cable in it, we will be sorry that they don't listen to me, because let me tell you something, Ishmael. About 2 months, 3 months, we warned the FCT, we warned them because I didn't make it public, but we tell them to go run into this problem months ago.
No, well, I understand, but do me a favor. I have to just stick up in there. I have to leave it there. But what I will do, I will remain in contact with you, and what we will do, we will see how we can work together to lobby to get this sorted out. Mr. Ferguson, thank you so much. I have to take it there. Thank you so much. All the best. Right? So that was Mr. Ferguson. He is the president of the Scrapyard Dealers Association. And you heard it yourself. I am sure many of you didn't realize that I thought material could just grow in a container and you just fix up and you do what you have to do. You just manifest and say what you have. But with copper, you need to ship that separate. But then again, remember to have skullmen outside here who will take copper and probably put it to the back of a container. And what they will tell you is that here what happening now. They will tell you that that container only have scrap iron. And you will end up under pressure. Who will end up under pressure? Not me and you, The person who organized themselves. The person who put things in place to collect that. If they buy out the custom officer, if they buy out the people who are receiving, who is going to inspect the container when it arrives, what is going to happen? They're going to turn a blind eye, similar to what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me just pull back two advertisers here, guys. Let me just welcome our advertiser, Neil Schurz. Remember Neil Schurz, where you can get all your European parts, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Jaguar, Volvo, you name it, whether it be body parts, engine parts, small parts, big parts. Give them a buzz. Hey, look big eye, boy. Ibri, boy. Let me just hail out Rashida's son from Gulfview. He in the studio right now. And of course, we have an empty studio, except that I have my producer here, Zakir. But what happened is that Moody is not well. So let me just hail him out. Patus, I know Patus is on his way to recovery. So Patus, Sherry, Moody, his wife, Salisha, and the whole family. I hope that you guys recover ASAP. Right, let me just, of course, thank Berberine for sponsoring this segment as well. And remember, berberine reduces, and there was an article about this recently, reduces blood sugar, increases insulin sensitivity, promotes insulin production, regulates your metabolism, increases glycosis, reduces glucose production in liver. Plus, it helps with weight loss and it lowers your cholesterol. And for any information or to purchase, you can call 322-5358. And of course, it's available at pharmacies nationwide. All right, so let's go back to Automax. And remember, my friends, Automax gives you one of the best quality. And no matter what type of vehicle you have, you could use Automax radiator coolant. You could put it in a Tida, a BMW, a Mercedes, a Jaguar. Plus, their degreasers are not as dangerous as those other degreasers outside there. You know, you have some degreasers, you breathe and you could dead. Right, theirs is a lot safer. Plus, your car wash does not harm the finish on your car. The tire shine does not cause your tire to dry out. And of course, they have the protectant and many other products. Remember that brand name? Automax. All right, so let's go again, guys. Look at next thing again. What the thickness of this cable, man? What the size of this cable? I mean, and this is in Santa Cruz again. And come back to me, guys. I mean, what really peeving me is that what I heard tonight from Mr. Ferguson shocked me. The government could stop the export of copper, but the government would not do that. Because you see, most of the people who export in the copper, many of them live in the what you call the hotspots, which is protected by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So the government is not going to do anything because many of these people and them live in constituencies, PNM constituencies, and they would not touch them. Similar to the people who live in rent-free in HGC house, they're not going to touch them. Similar to the people who thief in water, WASA wouldn't touch them because the minister gave a directive. And I'm hearing tonight, and I don't know how true it is, but I am hearing that a PNM, senior PNM official gave approval, right, for a bill to be written after a massive water park. And they're saying it's allegedly in millions and millions of dollars in water. WASA catching and you're talking about a water park, eh? A water park is not like any other business where you use a 200,000 gallon of water or whatever. You're talking about a water park where in 5 minutes they could empty out a pool with the amount of water that they use. And I'm hearing that a minister / senior person of government gave instructions to a former big Sawati at WASA to write off a bill for a water park. And I don't know how true that is. And that was before the tenure of the present chairman that is there right now. So I'm not saying it is even a chairman. So I'm waiting to investigate that one a little more and see where that goes. Let's go again, guys. People probably wondering where is it. Zoom in, guys. Zoom in. Zoom in a bit. Now, yes, see what I'm saying, man. Zoom in. What's the side? What's the condition? This is, you know what? This is the flyover there by Grand Bazaar. The one heading southbound when you're coming from Mount Hope. Stink, nasty, disgusting. And this is Trinidad and Tobago. This is who we are. Millions of dollars. We had oil flowing through our nose. And this is the condition of our country. Go to the right now. All those barriers that they put up, nothing maintains in this country, nothing. Unless election coming up and they want to fix up somebody, they get them a contract to put back those things. Nothing is maintained. Nothing is maintained in this stink place. Nothing. Let's go again, guys. My friend here decided that the highway, the shoulder is the way to go going down the road. So he driving on the shoulder like it normal. What I tell you, boy, you fix up, free up, life is good. And if you get, you know what really killing me, boy? You driving a taxi. And if you get a ticket at $1,000, how much trip you have to make? And not only that, the highway had no traffic. And Mr. Yayan here decided to drive on the shoulder. Going straight on, you know. I was right on the side of this man. I said, well, what's wrong with these people and them, boy? You driving a taxi at $1,000. How many trips it taking for you to go up, down, sideways, all over the road for you to make back that money in ticket? Some people, I don't know. Nah? Let's go again. I would like to commend some of the officers there at the St. Joseph Police Station, especially the WPC, McIntyre, and others, for the service rendered. But this is the hole that is in front of the St. Joseph Police Station. This hole, you go down there. When you go down in that hole, you're seeing a sign, welcome to China, visa required. That is how deep that is. I nearly didn't see that. And if you hit that, going upwards, you're sure that your alignment gone, your cradle brake, your steering rack gone, your rim bend, your tire bust. But this is the national, in fact, PNM is a pothole national movement. But based on some of the people that they have in the PNM, I would call them the pothole national movement. I think that is more appropriate. Let's go again, guys. for the love of God. Guys, I'll go cue up the quotation that I got with the tanning to go with these photos. This is bamboo. This is bamboo number 3. This is leading into bamboo. And by the way, this is looking bad, eh? This is looking bad. But before where my vehicle is, if you see the condition of this road, I think they call this Northern Avenue or something like that. And not for nothing, the chairman of the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation will act on this. Not for nothing, the councillor will act on this. Nothing, you know. But you know, Khadija was in we area today. I must commend her. Khadija Amin, I would like to commend you. You were in our area today. Guys, and we had the video right, with Khadija. Could we play that video, please? I don't know which video I'm talking about.
This is the voice of the United National Congress, inviting you to a political meeting this Thursday, 9 June.
Yep, that was Khadija's voice passing through the village of Bamboo number 2. Not Khadija, but her voice inviting you to a meeting. Because you see now election coming up. So they had to go back to all these stupid people who vote for them and tell them, hey, stupidity, time for you to come back out again and vote. Even though you ain't getting nothing. Even though the people, the village that you're living in, all you're living like trash, nothing taking you off. We know that all you're dotish enough, that all you will want to go and vote for you again. Because why? All you're stupid. Stupid. Because people in Bamboo voted Khadija. And we have to go and fix our own roads, boy. Absolutely no representation. Like I've said it time and time again. I don't know how on God's green earth this woman could be a member of parliament. I don't know. As an individual, I am confused. And that is my opinion. Because I never thought that I would have seen the day that that woman would end up in parliament. I mean, with all the green verbs and all. Right? So the reality of it is that when you look at what is taking place with what I just showed you in Bamboo number 2, and now they're inviting you to come to meeting, let me go to the real thing now. Guys, I have a quotation for some material. I contacted a company, and I asked the company, I said, listen, man, here what's happening now. We need to get some material. And they said, where they sell by the truckload, I would need 15 tons. And all let's see the price on the bottom there, $20,790. That's about $1,400, $1,500 a ton of, and this is the pitch, or the asphalt as they say, the hot mix. So for me and the people of Bamboo to fix road, the villagers have to put out $20,000. But wait, I ain't done there. Let me go to the next thing. The next big, no. There's a next sheet with another costing. There's supposed to be a next one with $2,000 and something. Let me know if you have it, please. Right? When you look, right, this is the price for a drum of colas. Right? A drum of colas is 25. Could you zoom in, please? And the colas is, the tar they use to stick the asphalt. $2,550 by a company, Deca, which is Deca, however. So we need to put out about $23,000, the villagers of Bamboo number 2, to fix our potholes and to fix the pothole by Bamboo number 3. While the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation and Mr. Chairman has not answered me up to now. And this is my 7th time asking this question, but yet it is the chairman mouth zip, but he camera phone working good. We asked Mr. Chairman, did you build a drain, the corporation, on a private businessman's property, which is this drain I'm talking about on the left side, that costs over $200,000 or thereabouts? Up to now, Mr. Chairman cannot open his blasted mouth. Up to now, Mr. Chairman Kwesi Robinson have said nothing. I asked him, did you build, did the corporation build that? $200,000. But we have to go and fix the roads ourselves. This is the kind of dotishness we tolerate, you know. This is the kind of, you know, I don't even know what to call it, because it is so stupid that we have to go and fix our roads ourselves. But hear what? Hear what? The government could take $1 billion and put into an airport in Tobago, a terminal, just a terminal that could cost between $550 and $600 million, but they're paying over $1 billion. I challenge them, give me that money, the 500 million, say about 550 million, and I will build that terminal, according to specs. But you see, that is how things roll in this country. That is how things roll. That is how dotish things are in this country. Right? So guys, let me just welcome Gate Automation Company Limited. And of course, Gate Automation Company Limited is located at lot number 93, McBean, Couva. And if you want quality service, if you want quality products, if you want top up the line Gate Motors, contact Gate Automation Company Limited. I've known them for years upon years. The Runner brand, and of course Tau, which I personally use. So give them a call, 290-2311, 270-9858, and 673-3116. Tell them you heard it right here on Breaking Barriers. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our friends at Gate Automation. We'll be back.
Introducing Berberine Plus by Aja Nutrition, a unique combination of all-natural super supplements berberine, bitter melon, and barnaba leaf. Berberine Plus is clinically proven to provide diabetic support by decreasing insulin resistance, making the blood sugar-lowering hormone insulin more effective, increasing glycolysis, helping the body break down sugars inside cells, decreasing sugar production in the liver, slowing the breakdown of carbohydrates in the gut. Available in TNT pharmacies nationwide.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest variety, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose, and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg, and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVRF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. And of course, you're watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. And let's go again, guys. Let's go to the slides again. Let's move to Kirep. I showed this approximately 3 months ago and up to now, and this is on Watt Street, and not one thing has been done. Right? I know the councillor has been trying, I believe it's Jalen. She has been trying, and nothing is being done. Right? Again, and what happens is that, you know, let me tell you something, and I hate to do this. Come to me, guys. What we are doing, I am actually going through the Freedom of Information Act to get a breakdown of spending for certain areas for the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation. Let me tell you why. I want to see, I'm not saying that it is so, but I want to see if there is an ethnic imbalance in spending and looking after the Burgesses. That is my thing. I want to check that because somebody from inside the corporation made the allegation. So therefore, I want to see for myself. So therefore, through the Freedom of Information Act, we are going to get spending for certain areas that the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation has spent on. Because bamboo is not one of the areas they spend on, except from what I saw, the drain for the businessman and maybe one or two other things. So like I said, time to do some digging up, time to do some searching, right? Because quite frankly, and I said it before, well, Faris is there as local government man. So he is still, I was calling for him when he was AG to arrange for a forensic audit into that corporation. I am appealing to the gentleman. Right, in fact, here what happening, you see me, boy? Let me make a call tonight, yes? Here we go. Here we go. I'm calling the Minister of Local Government. Let me see if you can take my call. Faris Arawi. When him was AG, he was taking all my calls here. Man get demoted here, taking my call again at all, boy. All right. Probably watching the program. Let me just say hello to Diane Sukaran. All right. So let's go again, guys. Ah, yes. Beautiful Trinidad and Tobago again. Stink, nasty, disgusting Santa Cruz area. And this is not happening because of what residents do in alone, but because of the poor pickup schedule from what I was told. But what I got to tell earlier, this is how we operate, and anybody passing through will not think we have humans living in this country. They will think that we have Kobos infesting this country. Because not even Kobos could be that stink and dirty. Let's go again, guys. Yeah. I want to see that road, a video someone posted with the road in Barapo. What's this, someone? Not even donkey cat. And this is what we accept. And you know what's the hardest? These same hard-headed idiots would keep voting the same people over and over again, you know. Whether it be UNC or PNM, they will go and do the same dotishness. And they will vote for the same stupid people again. And then they will go on Facebook and they go quarrel and they go argue. Here what happening? I know my fault, all your fault, and I keep telling people, if people were serious in this country, here what happening now? Lock down the St. Augustine constituency, come together, and let us legally say enough is enough. But you see, when you have representatives like Khadija, that's a story by itself. Right, let's go to the next slide, guys. Pause. I would like to congratulate the person who cut this grass. Notice how they cut it real level. Notice that there is no unevenness in this grass at all. Notice how low it cut and, you know, nothing hanging over anything. This is grass by Grand Bazaar that was recently cut. And watch how nice it is. And some contractor, wait, boy, I remember when I was young, my father and them used to carry me by some barber and we used to get zog up so, just like that. Right? I don't understand, and some contractor being paid to do this. To do this. This is what you call, you know, wastage. And I continue to say, we could put the people from CPF, put them in agriculture. And here what happening now? Let me invest in a few tractors now, a good few tractors. Let me just welcome Ken Boringer to this segment. Of course, imported products, quality products, all over Europe, North America, and now in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go to the other slide, guys. All you know where this is? Zoom into that sign, guys. Zoom into that sign. Right. Chaguanas Magistrates Court. Yes, I know it only too well. $15 million. $15 million to upgrade that. Right? Let's go to the other picture, guys. And if you see the inside, $15 million they paid here. Inside there like a hog pen. People has had to stand up in the corridor like animals. The judges has come talk, the magistrates has come talk because, hold up it right there. Because the magistrate, because the air condition too loud. This is the Chaguanas Library building that they were putting up. Everything shut down. They could have converted this library into the Chaguanas Magistrates Court, and it would have been a state-of-the-art magistrates court, and they could still convert it. The $15 million that they spend on the other small piece of rubbish where we get robbed, they could have done it there. But no, somebody had to get a nice cajada. Let's go again, guys. This is a lineup at SAPA for people who want cruise ship jobs. Of course, this is not my video. I take no credit for it, but this, all you're telling me that people in this country not desperate for jobs? This is what is going on in our country, right? And then people telling me that things okay. Watch this, man. How desperate are people that they would line up for hours? And by the way, most of them will not get through. Most of them not getting through. I just feel, I feel sorry for all the people who have to go there and they will be denied. Sad. Sad. Look at this. Watch at this. Shame. Shame. And if you ask 90% of them who voted PNM and catching their tail, if you go back and vote PNM again, yes. Why? Because of this thing on your head. That is the reality of it. And if you ask UNC, many UNC supporters, that is the same thing they will do. Right? The PM Defense Kunta Kinte post says this is personal. Oh, God. You know, I don't know why these two characters, and I don't know why it is. We just don't pay for two of them to go abroad and all let's stay. Kamala and Rowley, just go. Leave we alone now. Just go. And take all your whole group with all your whole group. Take the whole PNM group and the whole UNC group and just go. Leave. Blaze trail. Go again, guys. Yeah, let's get that video.
Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa.
She repeated that on 2 or 3 occasions, much to the amusement of the PNM crowd sitting down there laughing. Right? Camille Robinson Regis. Now, I want to make it clear, because all you hear me licking up the PNM, right? I want to make it clear. If somebody call me by my middle name, Inshan, Mr. Sexy Ishmael, I have no problems with that. Because that is my whole name. Of course, I know my real whole name. It should be the opposite of that. I have abs because that is my whole name. What is the problem with somebody calling you by your whole name? Unless you're shame. Unless your name is something that you don't want nobody to know because you're shame of your name. If my name was Inshan Lalpakar Ishmael, that is what my mother and father give me, boy. I proud, boy. I always tell my children, even if you hear like your name, that is what your mother and father give you, shut your mouth, take it to your grave. Because at the end of the day, your mother and father bless you with that name, boy. Have a little, my name means mankind. Insan means mankind in Arabic. So the fact is that for me, I like my name. I don't have a problem with it. But when somebody calling you by your whole name, and you could go and do this now, like what Kamala did, let's play Kamala's video.
This lady went on a platform last week, and 3 or 4 times, Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? Yeah. What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Yeah, Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
But there are some people who wouldn't have a problem with that statement. You see the racists, you see the people who are sick in their head, you see the people who have no problem pogging other people about their ethnicity, they wouldn't have a problem with that statement. The normal people would have a problem with that statement. The abnormal people who don't care that this woman is 70 years, general elections is in about 2-3 years, which will make her 73 years. She is not well. She is not well. And are still going to vote her back in just because of a few things. One, and I'm going to be very frank here, tonight, I'm going to say it as it is. And who vexed? All you turn off the TV, go and find something to do, because all you know me, I don't mix words. Number one, because of religion. Kamala did more for her community than any other prime minister. Kamala gave her community $1 million for roti for Diwali when she was prime minister. When I say $1 million for roti, $1 million for Diwali. And the roti come up to, I believe, 60, 70, 50,000, whatever it is. That was a big hurrah in Parliament. Kamala gave a set of young boys of her ethnicity, of her religion, $1 billion contracts, and that is well documented. Fellas who never used to pave road and thing before got contracts, billions of dollars. Kamala gave the SDMS millions and millions and millions of dollars worth in school repairs, in this and that, so they benefited. Right? We're going down again. Almost every temple in Trinidad and Tobago was refurbished, repaired, and taken care of courtesy. Almost everyone, courtesy the Kamala Prasad Bisesa administration. The show of peace, Suroj Rambachan, through the Ministry of Works, spent $40-something million there to protect that cremation site area. And we, the Muslim kind, under Suroj and them, we were catching our backsides to get a load of crush and run. We had to beg. And this is why many people will support Kamala. Those are the people who came from her religious background, many from her ethnicity. But there are some Muslims as well who will support her because Kamala fixed up the ceiling in their mosque. Kamala gave them a CPEP contract. And let me make this clear. Kamala came to us, and what I was that hoping that she could get our vote by giving us a piece of land. I said, no, you cannot buy my soul. And that is a decision that I made. And at the end of the day, you learn the hard way. But between she and Rowley, partner here happening, because I know, I could tell you about how much money the UNC collected. Because I had a close family member who used to go Westmoreland, knock on the door, and here happening, duffel bags of money used to be given to her to collect, to go and give to the UNC for elections. Millions of dollars. A lot of those members of parliament used to go and they used to knock on doors and they used to collect millions of dollars. Members of parliament, and you don't even know how much they collected. So why am I saying all this? You see, because of what Kamala said, even though some may say it's racist, others will not say so, because you know why? Their community get fixed up. Their community get fixed up. Their business get fixed up. And not only that, some of them so racial to the core, it does not matter what Kamala say, it does not matter what Rowley say, it does not matter what Camille say, they will support no matter what. PNM supporters could be living in a latrine and they don't care if election called tomorrow, they will vote PNM. Watch the condition Beetham is in, watch the condition Lavanti is in, and that is Beetham, that is PNM stronghold. And it will continue. So who is the problem? Who is the problem? You have Rowley talking about doubles, and then the other day Colmimbo was talking about Polori, and they're laughing. You have little snide remarks on both sides. dotish remarks, some racist and some very racist. And you know what? People on the ground fighting and quarreling about who better than who. Well, Kamala say that now, but here I'm all I forget. Rowley say this. This one talk about alligator in his swamp. This one talk about Calcutta ship. And you know what? Because Kamala said that, it is okay because Rowley said it too. And this is the type of dunce, the type of idiots, the type of stupid people we have in this country. The same set of people who will go back and vote for Rowley, been there, done that. The same type of stupid people will go there and vote for Kamala simply because, not because Kamala is on her way out and lost 11 elections, you know, but because Kamala could give them. When Kamala was there, we was getting thing. We were getting thing. No matter what Kamala say about people ancestors, you don't go down that bloody road. You had to be sick to go down that road. You cannot go down that road. And we have children watching this. And we expect the children of Trinidad and Tobago to learn. We have the PNM on one side. The PNM takes care of its people. For example, all I hear PNM build any pool in any Indian areas. In Laventille, PNM spent $7 million on a pool. That is for who? Well, this one is Maloney. This is Maloney here. Some millions of dollars. That is for who to use? PNM stronghold in Laventille. That is for who to use. And that is what PNM does. PNM panders to their people, their ethnicity. The Indian people ain't going to get that in their area. Why? When the Indian people protest, we must pay for the road we damage. But when PNM people protest, hold up. Don't worry. We go get it sorted out. Because the PNM and the criminals is the same. They are the same. Look, somebody sent me a photo. A minister buy a new vehicle again. If he could afford, fix up. But people who don't even have bread to put in their mouth will vote back the same man who doing nothing for their constituency. And that is to tell you how dotish, illiterate, foolish, myopic some people are. You don't want to get out of that. And you know, people ask me, and like I said tonight, I'm going to mash some toes. Tonight I'm going to mash some toes. Asemi, I have the video with Alexander. Could you play that video with me, please? Could you play that video for me, please? Ready? Go.
For the first time.
Not for the first time, not for the second time, it might even be the last. Mm-hmm. Good afternoon, TNT. Marlon, today, this program, it's a little crazy, you know. First of all, let me just say this. Yesterday I mentioned to you that I saw a school fight.
Yes.
Again. Another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a young lady armed with a knife. And then I saw her, according to what the video was showing, inflicted a wound on the face of another student.
Yes.
And I'm hearing someone is saying that, you know, the fights probably are no longer happening, but that is not true.
There was one today.
There was one today. The fights continue. And for those who still want to take me to task, you can. The evidence is there for those who have eyes to see. I made a statement very early at the beginning of this whole fighting thing, and I stand by it. Whether you like it or not, there are things that persons wouldn't like. The truth often affects us in some way or another. Some of us cannot live with the truth, so we try to hide the truth. Some of us cannot adapt to the truth, so we look for an alternative. However,
some of us can't handle the truth.
Some of us can handle the truth. But the reality is, look along the line of persons, look at the schools, examine their behavior. When I said to you, most of these things are happening in African-dominated schools, everybody say, he shouldn't say that, he shouldn't say that, he shouldn't say that. Is it the truth? If it's the truth, why I wouldn't say it? Why I shouldn't say it? when it's affecting the population in a whole. Why I shouldn't say it? We always trying to hide something away. When everybody's seen it. If you can prove to me otherwise, I will humbly apologize here. But for what I'm seeing, I stand by what I said.
Just because you did.
And I would like to reinforce what he said. What he said is fact. 99% of the children fighting and getting in school fights are of African descent. But you don't hear about Black Lives Matter and others coming out and talking about it. No, all of a sudden, Inshan will be called a racist because I raised this point. Because I raised this point. We do a lot of charitable work. And at Baraka Wrong said we will give out charity. And 95% of the women coming to us are single African women. But you're not hearing about the Prime Minister saying we're going to help them. No, we ain't help them. The other day I see a video come out with a PNM stalwart. The woman eating food falling out her mouth, looking stink and nasty. And we just clap them kind of things. This is where our standards have gone. And let me tell you something. You want to talk about who love rum and who is the rum cocks in this country? People who belong to my ethnicity. You want to talk about people who are some of the most racist in this country? I will tell you, Indian people, because I'm an Indian, I live amongst Indians, I know. A large percentage of the Indian population will not go to an African and eat. And I'm telling you from what I have seen. But the African, on the other hand, will go by the Indian and eat their belly full without a problem. And I could go on and on and on and on. But you see, we have one idiot, and then we have a next idiot. And we are in the middle, the sensible ones in the middle. Because there are those who will vote for Rowley, even if he was Maduro and he take this country down hell, like what he is doing. And there are those who support Kamala. And by the way, I said it in the earlies, that Kamala's administration is the closest to the BJP, right? It is the closest to the BJP because I know of members that Kamala had in her government who hated Muslims to the core, who made anti-Muslim sentiments. Remember, there was a former minister who was taken to court for allegedly making statements about bombing up Muslim countries, and Kamala made him a minister. And yet it is you have these dotish imams grabbing on to the tail and they get in their little kakada. Dotish. Dotish, selling their soul for what? So tonight, I think it's about time that we make up our minds when it comes to the UNC politics and the PNM politics. Tell both of them go to hell. Tell both of them ride out. I don't want to hear about who buy a new car, whether it is my tax dollars pay for that or not. At the end of the day, what are you doing to change the position that we're in? Everything we have to do ourselves. Look, somebody licked down the bamboo number 2 sign. I had to do a next sign. We installing that tomorrow. Nothing in this country works except for the benefit. The same contractors that Rowley and him did not want to be close to are the same contractors getting hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts. Ask Rowley for a breakdown of all the people who are assisting with Balize House. Ask him. Let them give you a breakdown. And check to see if any of those contractors have government contracts or got government contracts. And you will see for yourself. Let me just welcome RPM Express to this segment. And for those of you who have not signed up, remember you can call 2244-RPM and you can get on board now. Remember RPM, best delivery time, best service, and of course, prices are great. What I'm going to do, guys, let's run through what we have again and then we'll open up our phone lines. This is Rowley's post. And of course, he posted, apart from Roots, what's your name, Kunta Kinte, Sushila. That's and this is your Prime Minister. This is your Prime Minister prolonging the race debate. But that is who he is. He's a natural clown. Right? Let's go again, guys. Now, this is even more interesting. UNC members have closed ranks behind their political leader amid the firestorm of public sentiment over her slave master comment. Right? Speaking at the UNC's virtual report meeting on Monday, the UNC members came to their leader's defense. Senator Anna Roberts of Room 201 fame said the PNM was using race talk to stimulate an emotional reaction. Look who talking. Look who talking. Roberts also disparagingly commented on other figures who have spoken out on Prasad Bisesa, including Mala Dukaran. And Mala is right. Right? Opposition MP David Lee said the remarks made by Robinson Regis gave the impression it was okay to ridicule names. The woman called Kamala by her whole name. I don't understand this. You know, if they had called a Muslim by their whole name, it wouldn't be a problem, boy. You know, and that's what I say. Sometimes we just read things where there is nothing, you know. Where there is absolutely nothing, you know. Calling somebody by their whole name, how the hell could that be an insult? Unless something wrong with you and you're just dotish. But the answer that she gave back, of course, we had problems with that. Let's go again, guys. This one here, a man who comes out with a ras and calls himself Rajji Fuad Khan, and many people see this as mocking the Rastafarian, right? He is one of those who is interested, right, in filing for leadership or to assist. I want to bring those who have been ostracized back into the party fold. And you see, that is the problem. Basil Pandey was the same one that made me pay 120 and the villagers 120,000 for a traffic light. What I want he back here for when Carlos John was there? Yes, he was a good prime minister, but still, let's go back to that slide, guys. Right? Amin said the objective is to return Kamala Prasad Bisesa as prime minister because you know why? With Kamala Prasad Bisesa there, they would have a job. You think if somebody with common sense, somebody decent who take over the UNC, you think Barry Padarat, Rudy Inder Singh, Rudal Munilal, Khadija Amin, Wade Mark and them would still be there? They will get rid of them. Absolute no reason for them to be there again. Right? They're just dead weight. So we expect, you must expect, right? People like Fuad, and by the way, I've asked Fuad this question. Only remember Jilal and Elsikoro? Under Fuad's tenure as MP, the sidewalk by Jilal, they flattened that sidewalk to facilitate cars driving over. So people would, Jilal wouldn't be affected with trucks being offloaded. Ask Fuad about that one. Ask Fuad. And ask Fuad a simple question. Have you ever been financed as a member of parliament by Jilal? Have you ever been? Asking a question. Let's go again. Zoom in. Watch what is in this child's hand. Watch. I mean, this is what our children, need. That child and the other child had gotten stabbed in her face, leg, and neck, and chest area. So what happened is that someone could have died. But this child, at the end of the day, this is the child that got hurt. And as you could see, piece of the skin actually dug up because the knife actually dug upwards. Right? She is in police custody. The 15-year-old who stabbed her is in police custody. Right? The girl with the knife, she was arrested and was being kept at the Princestown police station up to Tuesday afternoon. That's what I keep telling earlier. The parents of these children, the African parents of these children, what is going on? You see, the children mother and the children father thing, and let me make this clear. As an Indian growing up, you divorcing is not something your parents want to hear, you know. Even if you and your wife have problems, find a way to stay together, you know. In my family, right? In my family, with my brothers and them, you talking about 14 children. Well, there was 13 when I was born. One had died. And out of all those children, the 13, not one divorce. Not one. Between all the brothers and all the sisters, not one divorce. Because you know why? Our parents instilled in us the value. You think we could have bring any girl back and forth home if we want? No. You think we could have get to use this girl and that girl? Not in hell. But nowadays, what's going on? This is what I tell you. You need to get some people within the African community who could lead our African brothers and sisters out of the morass that they're in. Why it is that the African young boys find it necessary to have their pants below their bottom. Why it is the Indian young boys want to go down Cora and suck a rum bottle every weekend, or to go by this club and that club and you're sucking down beer bottle and you're cussing and you're pulling out cutlass and this and that. Why? Many of the young boys these days. Every single ethnicity has its problems. But you know what? Some of them, their problems are more dangerous than others. And we need to find a way to solve this. Otherwise, we are going down a road that there may be no recovery. Let me just welcome Bill Talas to this segment. And of course, Bill Talas could handle you from foundation to finish. I'm talking about they could actually arrange all the construction and into it. They could arrange for electrical, cesspit, plumbing, soakaway, security doors, aluminium, windows, tiling, enclosed garage, everything. Call them on 355-7703. And of course, if you want to see one of their model homes, they could organize, you could schedule a viewing of the model house at Highbury Park in Cunupia. Call that number 355-7703. That's 355-7703. And you could check out the model house and you'll see the quality and the finish as well. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to open up our phone lines now. In fact, no. Let's take a break, our second break. And when we come back, yeah, okay, well, let's run through the slides and then we'll take the break. Let's go. TTPS help curb school violence. Rubbish. Minister of Education, Dr. Nance Gatsby-Dolly, has said a heavy police presence has been implemented in school, identified the ministry as having higher instances of violence. Well, they put police by the schools that having higher instances of violence, and according to her, it helped curb the violence. She not watching on Facebook. She has seen what's going on. Nothing has stopped. In fact, it's getting worse. They pull out weapons now, and that is what, when the TTPS get involved, things don't get better, they get worse. Let's go again, guys. School violence almost down to zero. School fights are now down to almost zero, following recent measures implemented by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the TTPS. So reported Ministry and the TTPS officials at a news conference held yesterday. So all the fighting, all the cussing we are seeing, all the bacchanalia is just in our imagination. Let's go again, guys. A police officer was among 5 people arrested as police busted a human trafficking and prostitution ring. Right? Now, let me ask a question. Why is police always involved in everything? My one is that if you want to talk about prostitution ring, police involved. You want to talk about gun running, police involved. You want to talk about foul thief, police involved. You want to talk about every single thing, and police has been involved. Let me see. Okay. Let's just move on, guys. Next one. All right, this young lady was shot and killed. This is from reports early on in Barataria. And of course, the sad reality is that this was in broad daylight. And the young man, a young man as well, was shot, but I am awaiting reports on his the status of his health. All right, let's go again, Asim. All right, this vehicle, PBR 5411, be on the lookout for it. It was taken by a pastor, and it was taken from a property of a deceased without permission from the family. A report was made and the location given, but police taken as usual. And the last place it was seen was in Todd's Road, Caparo, right? PBR 5411. If you see this vehicle, you could contact me or the St. Joseph Police Station, please, so that we could deal with Asim. That thing I sent you, you'll get it. Let me know when you're ready to put it up. Let's go again, guys. You know, Everybody balling that they have no money. Everybody balling things hard. The TTPS have over $30-40 million in vehicles rotten, and they refuse to have an auction to deal with this. Water entering those vehicles because glass missing, because police crash their cars and somebody parts, they needed a thief to get parts. And what happens is that right now, pressure, absolute pressure. So all you watch is, it got turned to dust just now, because this is the kind of leadership we have in this country. Pure failure. Absolute failure. Let's go again, guys. URP in Tobago. And this will follow soon in Trinidad, because this is what took place in Tobago. Salaries gone from 79 to 149, 85 to 168, 93 to 156, and 106 to 56. And by the way, this is in Tobago. So you know the people in Trinidad are not going to tolerate that. And it is an election coming up. So you know what's going on? The government going to comply. Watch how they're going to get money to pay that. Tell you, watch carefully. Watch carefully. Right? Now, the next video I'm about to play, I am no fan of the gentleman, because like I said, at the end of the day, there are some people who make choices that I totally have a problem with. And I don't hide that because I'm a Muslim first. But at the end of the day, I just want you to listen to the video. Listen to this.
Let me start this way. You would have indicated to us that the CCTV cameras and the management falls under the SSA. And recently you would have reported to this parliament a certain percentage of cameras that are in fact functional in Trinidad and Tobago. Can you now update us and tell this parliament how many cameras are functional as compared to those that are non-functional?
The last time I looked, the figures that I would have given then, I maintain that today.
So
but it also, I must tell you procedurally, that is not an item in front of us at this committee today.
No, the SSA budget covers CCTV cameras, because you did tell us that the SSA CCTV cameras are under the management of the SSA. And
the information I gave you on the last occasion obtains as far as I'm aware today.
Yeah, so basically you're saying, Minister, that there was no work done whatsoever with the CCTV camera infrastructure in Trinidad and Tobago after every single day we have seen gruesome murders in this country. And you are telling this parliament that no CCTV, not one single CCTV camera was repaired? Not a single camera? And now you're coming to ask for $66 million additional?
Well, you understand? Since the last time they talk about cameras, to tell you how much they love all you, to tell you how much the PNM love all you and love all your family and love all your daughters, not one camera was put up to safeguard, or not one camera was repaired, according to what we just heard, to safeguard your family from the madness taking place in this country. And like I tell you, there are people, the same people will go ahead and vote for them blindly again. Just a reminder, I posted this last week, and up to now, nothing has been done. By registered mail, right? Complaint of February the 10th, 2017, made by Indira Clarence Raghunanan to the Police Complaints Authority. Recommendation for consideration to be given to the institution of criminal and disciplinary proceedings. And this was, and by the way, I sent this to Jacob, and Jacob did not even respond. The PCA has concluded its investigation into your allegation that the sum of $11,000 was removed from your motor vehicle on February 9, 2017. I have assessed all of the information gathered and have formed the opinion that the criminal offense of misbehavior in public office and the disciplinary offense of discreditable conduct may have occurred, right? And this is against Superintendent Smith for misbehavior in public office and breach of Service Regulations 152A for discreditable conduct against Superintendent Smith, right? So we are waiting to see, because I contacted the DPP office and I asked if I could send, a letter so that this could be addressed, because I am waiting anxiously, because there are officers being charged every day. Some of them for sending in a document with what we consider to be false information, but something like this, men twiddling their thumbs and have to be reminded by the PCA. So we are waiting to see what is going to go down. We are waiting. All right, so let me just thank Bill Talas. Let's take a break and we'll come back. I'd like to thank Bill Talas for sponsoring this segment. And remember, you can get your home constructed for just $495 per square foot. You could contact the number on your screen, 355-7703. And of course, that's Built to Last. And they can handle from foundation to finish. And you could check them out in Cunupia, right there at Highbury Park. There's a model house. You could check them out. We'll be back right after this.
Ronix is a German tool brand. Ronix is a German tool brand.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
IBN can be viewed on the go now with the Airlink TV app for Google devices. Simply go to the Google Play Store, search for the Airlink TV app. Download the app, click on the link and fill out the form. The account activation will be emailed or texted to the user. It's safe as no credit card is needed. The first 30 days are free and you can subscribe and receive a box for your TV to stream the same content.
And welcome back. Of course, this segment is sponsored by our good friends of Extra Care. And remember, Extra Care, you can get Extra Care products at mini-marts, at supermarkets, and of course, at Price Mart now, where you have a special on the disinfectant sprays. You can check them out for the 4-in-1 package. All right, so let's go ahead to our slides again, guys. The EMA and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service initiate a collaborative partnership to combat noise pollution. That is supposed to be so donkey years. And I don't know what stupidness they're talking about that they put out a release. Because when you call the police about people with music and playing the fool, the police don't show up. So, and then 99% of the time, the EMA have the manpower to deal with this? And then the EMA, 99% of the time, when it comes to noise pollution, they do nothing. Policeman beating their wife. Wife nearly dead. Wife making report and police said doing nothing about it. Police do nothing about noise? The noise of women screaming that their necks are being choked, right? About to lose their life, they are ignoring. You think music box? Then police will go there, suck a few rum bottle and people will be on top of the vehicle whining and dining and the police wouldn't do nothing because I Trinidad and Tobago police, half of them. Let's go again, guys. This is a message that I got today at 6:37 p.m. while I was organizing for my program. This is one out of many, many, many messages that I got. Hi, good night. I'm feeling a bit weird asking for this, but do you still have hampers? I'm a mother of a 9-month-old baby. My common-law husband lost his job last year, end of November. He's still trying to pay out for his car by working taxi. We are living in an apartment trying to pay rent and feed our baby. Is there any way you could help us? Please, hampers or baby items. Do you know anybody that can help us? And you see, I always tell people, and this is not to blame and shame anybody, but here what happening now. In the middle of COVID, if you realize that you are under financial stress, and this is something I cannot understand with many women outside there, all you're going to look to go and have multiple children, and then the man will disappear and all you. Not in that case, of course, but the man will disappear and all you and leave all you to catch all you. all you had to start using all your grey matter in all your head now, you know. Right? All you really can't keep going down that road. Let's go again, guys. You see that image? This image is a very powerful image, and this is one of the reasons I will not support the UNC in its present format. Because I have always said, my religion, I am a Muslim. And you see that rainbow thing? I don't support that at all. A family should consist of a male and a female. If you want to be male and female, that is all your business. But do not force that on my children. Do not force that on me. The only colors I know is Sherwin-Williams and Kaleidoscope and them kind of thing. So you see what I just showed you there? I just want to reinforce it. That this is one of the reasons I will not support the UNC in its present format, because the UNC, about 4 or 5 of the persons within the UNC promote this type of lifestyle, right? Up to now, we don't know where the child come from, who is the father, who is the mother, and that is the kind of thing we support. And imams will go and vote for this, eh? But like I said before, there are imams and there are imams. Oh, I will tell you, anything goes. How could you support that? And like I said, I am allowed my opinion because this is my religious belief. And Huvex had luck. Let's go again. Oh, this is something, these plugs are normally sold for over $200 and something. We have about 5,000 of those plugs that we brought in, and we are selling it for $99 each. And this is the Iridium Nissan plugs, and this is what they use on the X-Trail and other vehicles. And this is what your mechanic just paid $200 for. So we are selling it out at $99. That's my company. For those of you who are interested in wholesale, you can contact me at 684-4762. Let's go again, guys. Next. Right. Just to let you know, I have to shoot this out one time. I have 2 of these lifts for sale as well. For those of you who want to start a business, you could actually rent this out for $2,000 a day. You could actually rent this out for $2,000 a day, and within a few months' time, you could pay back for one of these machines, right? So I have 2 that we are selling. If you are interested, right, in starting a business, or if you are into construction, painting, and those sort of things, and you need machines to buy, you could check me out, 684-4762, or you could come in Bamboo number 2 at my premises, and you could view these machines. They are there. You could take a look at them. All right? And that is the JLG machines. All right? So let's go again, guys. Yeah, let's do that. This is just a reminder that the Baraka pool is open. Many of you may not have seen this, but this is a pool down at Baraka Grounds. And what we're doing is that we offer this free for the last 4 years. But what we are doing now, we are charging $40 for adults and $25 for kids. And of course, because this is on Islamic grounds, the attire when you come there, no alcohol, no misbehavior, no music and playing stupid. And at the end of the day, it's a place where families could come together. Once you could dress, decently, you could actually rent the pool for a family event or a birthday, anniversary. And in fact, I think next week there's a wedding taking place there as well. And the venue is very cheap for weddings and things. So for those of you who are interested, you could contact our manager, Asim Mohammed. And of course, $25 for children to use the pool, $40 for adults, right? So that is at Baraka Grounds. And you could call me or you could call the manager there, Asim, at 383-4699, should you want to rent out the pool or you would like to go and visit with your family. Let's go again, guys. Could we do this for Ronix, please? Don't make sense we do this here. Right. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open up my phone lines now for some calls. And let us hear what you have to say, because what happens is that we're nearly out of time already. So let's remember when you call, and by the way, we had our problems with people trying to call in, and apparently when there are multiple people trying to call in, because it's a digital circuit, I don't know what's going on. But we had problems with call jamming and people couldn't get through. So we are hoping that with the restart of the router, we are able to take your calls tonight. Let's go. Hello? Hello?
Inshallah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
You had us to show Engelbert tonight on your program, have I?
I try not to, but I have a choice.
All right. It have another side with this tit for tat what going on with these whatever they call it, racist or disrespectful or what. Something I didn't show. Now, I ain't taking no sides. I want to let me finish what I say, and then you're going to answer me.
Go ahead.
Camille Robinson Regis, she said nothing wrong. Agreed? By calling Kamala's full name.
No,
she said nothing wrong.
I agree. She said nothing
right.
wrong.
Hold on. I want to know what the members of the crowd was laughing at. That's what I want to know. The only conclusion I could come to is that they was laughing at her name. Now, secondly, I do not agree with the position that the opposition leader took at all. She has disgraced herself. And the bully had no right to get involved in that.
Agreed.
The bully, you know who's the bully?
Yeah, of course.
Bully had no right to get involved in that at all.
But that is
I want to ask you something else from some years ago. You know who used to call the 5% man?
Yes.
You know, right?
Yeah, I know who.
Right, and these are people who believe that they carry so much of good karma. And in China, in the real world, everything is about money and self-preservation. The greatest law, after the law of nature that God put in place, is that the wise go to live over the foolish. And that is why when you keep people at a certain level and feel that they have to depend on a handout, they're going to continue to support you. And they are the other kind of people who feel that just because you're here just like mine, I have to vote for you.
That's correct.
So we are telling you this a few months now, we between a rock and a hard place.
Agreed.
We have a headless chicken and a bully.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you very much. Wa Islam. And you know, even when you look at, you'll remember, I remember going to India once and I said to myself, I will never go back to India again because India is one of the most filthiest places that I have ever seen in my life. Of course, not the whole place. There are beautiful places in India. But what happens is that the present regime that you have in India is one of the most vile, disgusting, nasty. Modi and his clan. And what happened is that what took place recently with an attack on the Islamic faith by members of the BJP is nothing surprising because they don't have a problem with the urni, but they have a problem with the hijab. And that is to tell you how dotish some of them are. And that is the reality of it. You know, it's just plain stupidity. And that caused a big thing where Muslim countries now have decided to ban Indian goods. And by the way, Indians have gone to Dubai, Kuwait, all over and live comfortably without a problem. Look, they are even being allowed to build temples in Muslim countries, and it's not, and the Muslims are not seeing it as a problem. So when you look at what is taking place, I mean, really and truly, like I tell you, you have the good on one side, not all of them bad, but then again, they are the government. Let's go to our lines. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please. You're live.
Yeah, in China, you see what happened in the Bitam there, the big sinkhole that they fixed?
Yeah.
$15 million. They're handing out money to their friends and supporters. They say $7.7 million for rental of equipment. I don't know what kind of equipment they rent.
When was that? Wait, when did we get that breakdown?
It was on the papers today, on the Express. Yeah, it's on the press.
$7.something million for equipment?
Rental of equipment, yeah.
No.
$3.5 million for labor.
And I can't even get a blasted connection. I begging like a dog.
Yeah.
I begging like a dog. 2 years now, 2-3 years of a connection. And I like a potong and can't even get a connection. $36,000 in water we pay for. We like old dog.
Check the Express papers today.
I'll check it. No, immediately after this program, I'm going to check it. Immediately after this program.
They handing out money to their friends and supporters and who $7.7 million to rent equipment. I don't know what kind of blasted equipment they rent.
No. I will check that out. I will.
Yeah,
that is madness. That is madness. I will check that out. That is craziness. Let's go again, guys. Hello. If somebody have that article and you could WhatsApp it to me, please. 6844762. That's 6844762, the article that the gentleman just spoke about with the breakdown of the equipment and the stuff that the sinkhole in, that they say 50, what? They're mad in the tail or what? Let's go again. Hello?
Inshan, good night.
Good night.
Inshan, last week, when I heard you mention about TSTT, I said, yes, you're on the ball. You see where Saddam Hussein went after Heinz or CCTV cameras, and he couldn't even respond.
He had diarrhea of the mouth.
And again, when I heard you just mention about Maduro, I said, yes, Inshan, you're on the ball. Don't stop what you're doing.
Thank you very much, my friend.
I will leave it there for now.
Thank you very much. No, the goal is to sell out TSTT to the highest bidder. And the highest bidder would not be UI. The highest bidder would be friends and family with connections to the PNM. That is exactly what's going to happen. They have been trying and continuing to shut down TSTT, to choke TSTT's neck for the longest while. And they are successfully doing it because the service we are getting sucks. And we are so desperate now. Because we can't breathe, we will say, best somebody come and take it over. Let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Good night. Good evening, rather.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yes. You know, I saw somebody had a march in Woodford Square. Asking for Camilla Sushila Prasad-Bissessar to step down.
Right.
And I'm saying, why they asking her to step down? No, I don't want her to step down at all.
Because if she remains there, the PNM going to be in power for life.
I want Camilla Prasad, but she's doing a good job. Look at Anil Roberts and all her supporters marching. That kindergarten team, they don't want Camilla to go here naked. Listen, she will keep being. I don't know why Dr. Fuad Khan is wasting his time to say he going and challenge Kamala. Why? You can't be serious. All you realize, nobody could move Kamala Prasad-Bissessar. She not leaving.
That's correct.
And I want them to keep she there. The driver driving good. But I want to tell Kamala Sushila Prasad-Bissessar, when they start a campaign and they come down by me, I'm waiting and I'm going to let them know. This, my slave master name, can't go on no UNC ballot. My slave master name will not be going on any UNC ballot. I will make sure I'm waiting, I'm ready, I set like my puppy for them.
Yeah, but
come down and yes.
But make sure that the slave master name don't go on any PNM too, because the reality of it is that the PNM have a lot of PNM supporters where they are. Look at the condition of Beetham. Look at the condition of Laventille. Look at the condition of
the thing is, UNC came in and you know what this get me? They just talk about Laventille and they're going there and they even help the Laventille people.
But hold on.
They talk about who living in outhouse.
No, but hold on.
Come along them and get them toilet.
Wait.
The Beetham. Jesus.
Wait.
But I'm waiting.
Hold on. Hold on.
Come down in the west.
Hold on.
This slave master name will not be voting
shut
for
your
the
mouth,
UNC. My slave name will not go on a ballot for the UNC. Let Kamala take that and she person. All who
God, I don't know,
rest the hurt on them when they come for local government election. Yes. All especially like how you like to call people donkey. I wonder when they come in your parts place, you just call them donkey.
Well,
I wonder when the police come
here what
to buy
happened
parts from
now.
you,
God.
you just call them donkey. Man in Chanel, you jokers.
Right. Now listen to me. And let me say this very clearly. It's the first time I have actually taken a call and wanted to ask a caller to brush their teeth. It's the first time. That never happened before. But it's happened now. Firstly, Next time, brush your teeth before you start your conversation. That's number one. Number two, let me explain something to you. You see this dirty statement that you have about what the government give all you? Let me explain something to you. My parents taught me how to catch me, nenen, so you could put your own toilet in your house. You don't need a government to put toilet in your house. My parents taught me to build your own house, not to wait 30 years for bloody HDC house. My parents taught me how to stay with a wife so you wouldn't have the child mother, the child father, the child this, the child that. So here what happening now. When all you're talking about the government ain't give we, don't come with that. Especially around me. Because let me explain something to you. You are in the position that you're in, and because you're going to vote PNM again, yes, you're stupid, yes, you're dotish, because you are being treated like a slave, and you are still going to vote for the same thing again. So who dotish? I could pay my bills, you know. I know when the end of the month come, I know where my food coming from. I do not have to go and look for a food card, courtesy the PNM. You understand? I don't have to go by Rowley Hungry Mouth. So let me explain something to you who call there. All you need to get all your act together. And when I say all your PNM supporters, because here what happening, Adrian, and UNC supporters, this dotishness about depending on government to feed all you, let it end. Let's go to our lines. Hello? Hello?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, you're live.
Yes, Mr. Inchel, good night to you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Right. Now, you must understand, sir, we have two divides. As far as the people and the PNM concerned, the PNM can do no wrong.
Correct.
And whatever they say is right. And as far as some of the people in the UNC concerned, the UNC can do no wrong. So if somebody will condemn the UNC today for what they do, and tomorrow police board, the PNM does the same thing, they will praise it. And this country will go nowhere except we stand in a position where we take objective, and express independent objective views. We are party first, hinge on race, of course. And that is where we are. I listened to Ms. Prasad Besessa. She was baited, right? By Kami, because gentleman spoke about it earlier on when the crowd was laughing, Sushila. And she responded to it. She might have stepped a little more. In my view, she just said, I am proud of my Indian heritage, my ancestors.
And done there.
And stop right there. But where did yours come from? And stop right there. But to fix this thing, sir, what is required to do? Both Ms. Kamala, Mr. Besessa, and Mr. Pretis have a press conference. Madam, I apologize to you if I visited you in anywhere based on your name. Kamala will say exactly to her.
Well said.
Move forward. That is what is required.
Well said. But they ain't going to do that.
Trinidad and Tobago, that is what is required to do at this point. It's not a question of who is East Indian and who is African and who is slave and who is Indian. We are Trinidad and Tobago. And except if we're going forward to live in unity, that is what is required at this point. Not this nonsense that is going on every day. Supporters acting up and giving life to something that should really be buried. Have a good night, sir.
Thank you very much. That's basically it in a nutshell. That's basically it. Well, my dear friends, we have to hold calls here now. And just to let you know, number one, Ronix, we are doing the official launch, not this Friday, next week, Friday and Saturday at Baraka Grounds, where you will be able to see all the tools and equipment that we have. It's the product launch and sale on over 250 tools and accessories. And it's taking place at the Baraka Grounds from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? You could come down there and test out the tools and see the type of accessories. Plus, you have an opportunity to win prizes as well. That's next week. And also, we have a competition going on right now. This is for the Father's Day. And of course, like I say, every day is Father's Day. But you could get a full kit, cordless grinder with a battery and a charger. You could win that. All you have to do is go on Ronix Tools Trinidad page, on their Facebook page, like the page. That is all you have to do. Go on the page, like the page, and say why your father is the best father ever. And of course, you stand the opportunity to win next week when Thursday we are announcing the winner of that competition. All right, so very simple. And of course, for those of you who would like to take a look at some of the tools and the accessories, you could come down to Bamboo number 2, where we have our showroom here. Now, I want to mention something that really, in fact, that for me it shouldn't happen. But I remember there was a member of parliament who, when he heard that the Muslim community was getting the land in Chaguanas, now that is a big thing every time, right? These Kamala supporters, but Kamala give you land, that is not Kamala blasted land. That is my tax dollars pay for that. So understand that with your stupid self. Because at the end of the day, next door, the Hindu community got twice as much, almost 3 times as much. And we never said anything. We supported that. In fact, when Sat was fighting for his radio license, I was one of those that supported him. So at the end of the day, you have these illiterates who will talk notishness. And what happens is that, for me, we have such a fantastic country here where we have the Hindu community. And I've always said, I have experienced it myself. The Hindu community is some of the most charitable people you can meet, right? And at the end of the day, we have one melting pot here. But when you have these idiots trying to destroy the country by making stupid statements, I mean, where do you expect us to go? Where do you expect us to go? There's a video with India where the member of parliament with the BJP, I wouldn't even bother with that video because at the end of the day, I don't want to bring that drama here. But you have people like-minded, and I've said it before, there are people within Kamala's administration who worse than that, and I've said worse things about the Muslims, right? But the fact, and that is why not me, under Kamala, no way, not in hell, hard luck. Because, like I said, there are 2 things she supports. All you remember the kidnapping threat and all that with drama with Kamala? All you remember that? All you can't remember that one, right? Remember, go back in time and you will see who was blamed for that one, right? And Muslims didn't have a problem with that, right? So, and not only that, this whole agenda with the colors, I not into that. I not pushing this thing about man could bring a child from abroad and mind that child with our next fella and all kind of thing. I not into that. I into family life. And those of you who want to support that, Kaka, all you fix up. All you on alone. Take care, folks. I'll catch you this weekend at Baraka Grounds. And as I've said before, I just say it as it is. In fact, someone told me, I say what people want to say but are afraid to say. So again, I'm looking for the PCA and that letter, and I'm looking to see what's going on with Smith, Superintendent Smith. We are waiting to see this week if anything happening, because last week and all of this week, nothing happened. So let us wait. Every week I will remind you of that so that we will see what's going on. Take care, folks. All the best. Be safe. And always watch your surroundings wherever you're going. And we'll be in touch. Take care. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.